Hello, TVA Neuroscience. I'm Nikki Stone, and I was very excited that my good friend John Neighbor asked if I would share some of my tools and knowledge that I've gained as an Olympian and best-selling author. And today I'd like to talk to you on the topic of being your best by preparing for the worst. I competed in the sport of aerial skiing, and to give you a better perspective of what some of my daredevil moves were, I thought I'd share this picture with you. My first Olympic Games in 1994, I was expected to bring home an Olympic medal, but sadly I never even made it to finals. I committed at that point to work harder than my competition despite any circumstances. To make matters worse, 2 seasons later, I had a spinal injury in which 10 doctors told me I would never ski again. It was devastating and a lot of hard work, but I challenged to come back and started jumping again and realized the rest of the competition didn't wait while Nikki Stone was injured. The girls had increased their degree of difficulty, were doing much harder jumps, and I realized I'd have to do triple backflips if I wanted to stand on top of the Olympic podium. This meant that I'd be launching myself 50 feet in the air, a fact that was not easy for someone who was afraid of heights. It was a challenge that I was ready to accept, and I realized with this 1 year before the Games, I really was going to have to up the ante if I was going to compete for one of those Olympic medals. Through my Olympic experience and the injury, I realized that in order to overcome adversities, I had to plan ahead for the unexpected. So despite any circumstances, I would still plan as if it were the big event, if it were the Olympic Games, because you never know what's going to present itself in that very last minute. I had to have those backup plans set in place, and I called it my fire drill. A drill like we planned when we were children, and I would plan ahead for these circumstances. So if I wasn't feeling well, if the hill wasn't up to par, if there were gusting winds, I would be ready like I were at the Olympic Games. And lo and behold, when the Olympic Games came, there were gusts of wind from 40 to 50 miles an hour. A lot of the other girls had backed down on the degree of difficulty at the Games because they hadn't prepared in the windy conditions. And luckily I had. I had gone out there and I was ready for these winds when they presented themselves. So what happened to me? Let me show you.
For American Nikki Stone, her performance in the elimination round of women's freestyle aerials was exactly what this former world champion wanted for her shot at Olympic for the finals in Lillehammer. And she said she wanted to come back one more time and be like Dan Jansen in one last Olympic run, walk away with gold. And she knows it's very much within her reach. Although there will be 3 jumpers after her, a good one here will give her a strong lead.
I really believe it's hers to win right now. If she nails this jump, she's going to have a substantial lead in the program. Coach Wayne Hildebrandt there, former competitor himself, longtime coach.
Pretty good.
Looks like she's on track. Once again, lay tuck full, single twisting, triple somersault.
I confidently executed 2 jumps and became America's first gold medalist in the sport of aerial skiing, a fact that I'm still proud of to this day. Well, believe it or not, the pharmaceutical business is not all that different. You have a number of unexpected challenges that may present themselves to you in the last minute. You have doctors that can change their meetings from 1 hour to 10 minutes. You have hospitals that are making it more and more difficult for you to even plan some of the meetings. Or you can have a doctor that can say to you, I don't know if I have the time for you at all. So what are you doing to plan ahead for the worst? What are some of your strategies that are set in place for alternate plans? What are you going to actually say when you corner this doctor? If you only plan for ideal situations, then you're going to be completely thrown off course when you have these challenges presented to you. But if you do plan ahead for some of these things that could go wrong, then you're going to be your best no matter what the circumstances are. I know it's a lot of hard work. I went through it myself, and it may not be all that convenient at times. But I know at TVA you have some lofty goals, and they're goals that you can accomplish. So go out there, and I promise you it will be worth it. From the TVA Go Beyond Games, I'm Nikki Stone.